Defensively, as we watch the X now with Shenoy and Weirman, there's a matchup here with Hunter Smith in the back. You've got Fabian back there. So Richmond's got a lot of guys back, and Maryland gets started by winning the first face-off at the X.
Violation there on the first face-off, so it doesn't give us an indication yet of how those draws are going to.
To the offensive end quickly, and the Spiders turn back to set something up here now.
And for Richmond in the defensive middle, Pillings on that ground ball and that clear, and that's where Richmond has some experience, is that defensive midfield.
Nice cross-field pass, and it's Henry Alpaw to bury the shot. 16 goals last year, and Alpaw puts the Spiders ahead 1-0 with the early tally.
A little bit early, while Maryland's still getting themselves organized. You like to see Richmond attacking quickly off of that, and that's Alpaw's game. If he can get his hands free within range, he's going to put a good shot on the goal.
And he's also a good field for Spanos to pick that up. You know, last year, at one point during the game, here's an open shot and a tally quickly for the Terrapins as Jack Corus able to bury that one and tie this game at 1, and we'll continue that other thought in a moment. But Corus was wide open there in front and an easy shot.
Yeah, you just can't hedge off those guys when they're inside like that. That was just too easy. That one needs to be covered.
That's a tough
stay a lot last year, but two good big kids with good size. And again, Richmond needs those guys to step up. Interesting that Richmond's also, been in a drop back ride situation, taking their attackmen all the way back to the midline, and they pick off the pass.
Naney made a stop a minute ago. You got a little broken situation for Nugent, who fires and scores, and it's Jeff Nugent with the tally. Nugent's so good in the open field with the carry, and that time the unsettled situation led to that 2-1 Richmond lead.
And the same things I was saying about Richmond clearing the ball earlier, you would say about Maryland too. McNaney back in the game after having not played a year ago. Essentially, these new players on the defensive end for Maryland. Again, it's clearing the ball.
Jumped here.
Richmond staying with that drop back ride, which tends to give you the ability to get in and get organized on defense, because you're dropping your defensive midfield back. Usually it takes a little longer to clear the ball, gives you a chance to sub in your defensive players, and so you take some transition out of the game.
Another open look, and a great pass set that goal up, and the tally from Maryland goes to Daniel Maltz. Maltz, who had 30 goals last year, picks up one here and ties this game at 2. So both times Richmond scored, Maryland's answered right back on the next possession.
And Dylan Maltz is someone that you need to have a stick on him when he's in front of the goal. I mean, that's just going to be something we'll keep an eye on.
11th year. It was hard to believe when I wrote that down today. It doesn't seem like it. There's another shot in front that ricochets out top, but he's second only to Ryan Lanchberry in Spider scoring lore. So,
well, let me tell you that there is a crime against nature is the fact that Dalton Young was not on the preseason All-American list that I saw.
Yeah, he was a preseason. Here's a shot and a goal for Richmond. They go back in front. We're at 3-2 now. Spiders take the advantage as they find a way to score here with 5:38 left in the first.
And again, Maryland trying to get some new guys acclimated into the defensive end. That's an unsettled goal off of a shot and a rebound and a ground ball. Getting yourself, it's easy to be organized when you're coming off a dead ball or a set play, but in those unsettled situations when you need to communicate.
As it ended up on a preseason All-American list from various publications. Here's Graham.
And Richmond brings out Gavin Creo here, number 10, who they really liked in the preseason. Her coach Shamati was talking about him, and so they bring him out with a second group. And he's an attackman, so if he does draw a short stick in particular, he's going to be dangerous from behind the goal.
And Richmond scores again off of this play. So now the Spiders have taken a 4-2 lead here. 4 first quarter goals and given Richmond the advantage.
Both teams, both teams.
And that's Charlie Packard with the tally.
It's unsettled stuff on defense. It's covering your guys away from the ball. I don't think either team has really scored a goal off the dodge yet, for instance.
Back to work. They get it into the offensive end. And they'll make some changes in the midfield while Aiden O'Neill works. O'Neill was the Atlantic 10 Rookie of the Year last year. And he put up 37 points, 25 of which were from the goal standard.
The coaches have been really happy with him in the early season, in this preseason. Seeing him being ready to take a real significant step up. And to me, even last year, there were moments when he looks to me like a young Dalton Young.
And there is Dalton Young in front, who got a great pass from Max Merklinger and put it home. And Richmond's up 5-2. And Young now had a 41-game point streak coming into the day, make it 42 as he scores. Great pass from Merklinger, who had a lot of room to work.
And you can see
Urksa trying to get off a shot, bounced one over the bar from Connor Knight there.
And they're going to have the luxury of doing this on offense, where Molliver is now behind the goal. That could be Urksa, and Molliver could be up front. I mean, that shot was Urksa the last time from up top. So.
Well, they just answered quickly there on a quick pass and a shot and a goal, and the Terrapins get one back to make it 5-3 now.
And in that case, they bring Daniel Kelly out of the box. Daniel was a starting attackman from a year ago. So him dodging off the end line, getting a short stick and dodging off the end line is not unexpected. And I think Richmond would be more than happy if it played out the rest of the game and we were able to see 8 or 9 in the first quarter, which was good. Connor Knight seems to be holding up, and so far got a lot of lacrosse to go.
Weirman comes away with this, and this shot finds the back of the net on the Weirman win off the draw, and then he gets the assist. And Maryland now cuts this down to a 5-4 game right off the bat here to start quarter number 2. And that is Urksa, I believe, with the tally on the pass there from Weirman.
Yeah, Hunter was that Hunter Smith, or was that Fabian wound up biting on a kind of an under move?
Technical for a hold on the Spiders.
Maryland starts what we call an open with nobody in the crease, but then they quickly get into a little bit of a 1-4, a little offset 1-4.
Patience working around for the Terrapins. Penalty has 10 seconds left. Here's a shot from outside, and it's going to find the cage again as this one bounces past Connor Knight. And the Terrapins have evened things up at 5 apiece now with that extra man opportunity and scoring on the tally. Maryland now even at 5 apiece as Spanos comes up with the tally here. Eric Spanos with the goal.
You young players, watch the fundamentals of that shot. Overhand, high to low, far pipe. And so this is something they probably want to take advantage of.
Oh, an in-tight pass there. Madonna can't connect on the feed from O'Neill. And Maryland comes up with it as possession won there by Jackson Canfield. And now the Terrapins transition to the offensive end.
And they've got numbers.
They set it up in the middle, and the shot and the goal from the defenseman this time. Zapatello comes down.
And you got your best defenseman in the trail situation, where they had numbers. You always want to be checking as you're getting back on defense. You're running people off the field, and the other team has players the caliber of Zapatello. That's going to be a dangerous scoring opportunity.
So 3 straight goals now, and Maryland up with a 6-5 matchup. Works to the far side. Spiders converge, but the ball comes free in front. And eventually it looks like Connor Knight gets his stick on top of that one.
A nice sequence on defense for Richmond. Collapse on the inside, come up with a loose ball.
Wing here.
And I wouldn't pick for Sheridan. Let him go against the short with in space.
And that one heading back to midfield after it was knocked loose or thrown away, and Richmond turns that one over.
I think Richmond kind of clogged themselves up in that situation.
Maryland now on the offensive end here. Urksa's back in there, and he has a nice move through with the underhand shot going high-low. And boy, Braden Urksa scores again, and now Maryland pushes that lead up to 7-5 here with 4 minutes left.
The referees, discussing whether or not someone stepped in the crease. They also have the option here of video replay, which is new this year, and I believe optional for these college programs. If Coach Shimati thought that they stepped in the crease, he could call for a replay and a challenge.
Yeah, I don't. Not quite sure he did. If he did, it was way off to the side.
Might have got the ball out of his stick before and into a rhythm here on offense in the second quarter.
That'll do it.
And just as I spoke.
Nice pass from Young into the middle. Luke Graham with the shot. And the Spiders get that needed goal to make this now a 7-6 Maryland lead. And it stops that 4-0 Maryland run there.
Indicative of what the goals were like early in the game for Richmond. Where Maryland.
And Maryland will have a 30-second man advantage here.
Yeah, Maryland again starts in this open on extra man. Cut down to a 1-4 last time.
Richmond 30-second penalty for offsides at 13:34.
Long distance shot. They'll tally on that one. It's Urza again, who now picks up his third goal of the day. And that makes it an 8-6 Maryland advantage here. And they benefit again from the extra man opportunity. They've scored twice on that today.
Well, against good teams, you just can't put yourself in man down situations. You'd like to think that things like offsides are avoided.
Squads, while Maryland's won them all, they've been 1-goal games. The Spiders trying to stay in that type of game today. Long shot from Alpaugh, speared by McNaney, and he sends it out.
Maryland notoriously has kept their D-middies in the game, and
this is Chorus working on that far wing, matched up with Pilling. Back behind the net, Urza draws Hunter Smith. Got a little switch there for a moment. And now, nice play by Knight to come up with that possession. It was very hard to corral.
Yeah, right. That's good coaching right there. Give the ball to your fastest guy.
Madonna works on the wing here.
It's been a bit, I'd like to see Richmond have a good possession here and wind up with a really good shot on goal.
Sheridan
need to get back into a little bit of a rhythm.
Over here to Alpaugh. Alpaugh draws a short stick matchup now. But he gets a quick draw to a pole as he turns. Nice move by Madonna to get free. Hits the top shelf and makes this an 8-7 game on Madonna's goal. Lance Madonna with the tally. And Richmond pulls to within one with 8:14 left in the third.
Really nice finish by Madonna at the end, and that's when he's best. And when he gets the ball off and unsettled, I mean they're sliding out to him.
Field and the offensive attack here. This is Carrowan on the carry. It's the exchange. Working it over there with the freshman Creo.
Creo playing below the goal unextended with a short stick on him.
And again, Carrowan. Plenty of time for the Richmond attack to work here. Down 8-7. Could tie it up here. O'Neal trying to work to a good angle. Dumped it in front.
Nice save.
Just stopped there. Rebound attempt and a follow by Creo. And now Richmond finally gets it in. Let's see if the officials they say it's good. It is. And the Spider bench erupts to tie the game here with 5:16 left in the third. Number of chances there. And the Spiders eventually convert.
Big goal. Important goal.
And that's Creo, the freshman. We talked about as he was considered to be one of the impact freshmen from inside Lacrosse. He had a couple of shots at this. And play continued here.
Did Graham kick that in? Or Graham punched that in at the end there?
That's how that went in, I think.
Yeah.
Because that shot looked like it went.
Unfolds, and you get to see the best teams play against each other. School like Richmond, what Danny's put there, what Coach Amati's put together here. And playing the people that they play, and these are why young men come to a school like this and want to get involved here.
Oh, that's a terrific shot out front. A hard shot to give Maryland the tally to go back in front.
Up top to Rubenstein.
And you know, for the most part today, yeah, Syracuse with the goal. Every time Richmond's gotten that big goal, Maryland's come right back on the next possession several times today, except for that early Richmond run of 5-3 in the first quarter. Maryland's answered to every big Richmond talent.
Out of the Vermont transfers, Alvidi and Sharkey and Canfield. So those three guys
playing a lot of
minutes. Playing some real minutes here.
Yeah. Maryland works the offensive setup here with Brennan.
Was a goal call away.
He's got a short stick matchup.
Going to the national title game. Malone with it.
A lot of time behind the
points
cage
already.
here.
And he gets it to Lehman. Turnaround
He'll
shot.
circle back in front and score as he winds and fires and hits one off of his goalkeeper Knight. So Bolivar with the tally, and he had 48 points his sophomore year. He missed last year, so this is a big goal scorer and a big point producer for Maryland.
Yeah, Fabian got hung up in front of the goal, and you know, if you chase somebody from behind the goal like that, you really have to have a slide because there's no
season. Different squad this year, of course, but we go off those numbers from last year.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. In any game, anything can happen, though. You've run into a game where sometimes you're perfect on man down. Oh,
Dalton Young around the stick and pressure of Zappatello. Well, those are two of your top players on both teams, and they went at it. Dalton Young wins this matchup to get Richmond back within one.
And if you feel that there's any sense that this game is starting to get away from Richmond a little bit, then that's when your big boys have to step up. You know, that's when leaders begin to define themselves and they make plays. They might say the right thing in a huddle, or they might say the right thing in the locker room, but there's been a sense that Maryland has been able to answer whenever Richmond's made a little bit of a run here.
Since the 4:40.
So you'd like to be able to change that flow a little bit if you could, if you were Richmond.
So Dalton Young has 2 goals and 2 assists today.
He gets his stick on the ball, changes direction of the shot a little bit.
Aiden O'Neill. Aiden O'Neill does not have a point yet so
direction
far
of the
today. He had 37 last year. O'Neill working in front. Picked up by a long stick as Canfield stays with it. And there's O'Neill's first point of the afternoon.
There you go.
O'Neill with a goal. He had 25 last year, and he'll tie this game at 10 early here in the fourth quarter.
And he looked like a young Dalton Young right there, you know. And again, like we were talking about,
Combs crease.
you know, I haven't really done much
turnaround shot
through the first 3 quarters, and the real guys step up in crunch time. You know, I always talk about it as, you know, could you challenge this if you want? I mean, offsides is a clear thing that you could see on the video replay, but you know, are you going to take the momentum away from Maryland now on offense in order to have a challenge? Or I think we got some things we have to work out there yet.
Erks are working against Pilling now.
Recover quickly, fellas.
Dropped off to Spanos. Spanos is followed closely by Cap. As Spanos draws the long stick. Down to 17 seconds on the shot clock. It's counting. It's down to 10 now.
This is dangerous here now. Oliver against the short up top.
Oliver working against Pilling, though.
Nice look.
And shot down low, and it squeezes through as Knight tried to stop it, but a good shot there. And Daniel Maltz tallies to make it 11-10. And once again, at a key time in the game, Maryland answers a Richmond goal that's had some significance to it.
And McClure got stuck. You know, Oliver was clever enough to skip the adjacent pass. For me,
wow.
There's our boy, Aiden O'Neill.
Aiden O'Neill,
yeah.
2 goals in the fourth. He had no points going into quarter number 4, and he has scored twice. And once again, Richmond comes in to tie the game up.
Crunch time.
Tied at 11 on the second goal from Aiden O'Neill. Working his way into this shot as he got around Canfield and had enough room to shoot. Put it inside the near post. Tied at 11.
That, you know, they want to get back in on defense and get themselves organized.
There's Syracuse. Dumps it out front. Oliver trying to work against Smith from a distance. Back here to Syracuse on the near side.
Hurry up. Get rematched up.
And McClure picks up on Urksa, who goes out front. Shot clock at 20. Plenty of time to work for Maryland. In an 11-all tie late in the fourth.
Richmond's been good defensively in this fourth quarter.
Got to give Paul Richards' group a lot of credit.
A couple more seconds here.
Got an open look here.
Nice save.
That's a tremendous stop. Nugent picks it up. He's trying to bang his way out of trouble, and here he comes to the near side. Nice cross-field pass. Into the head to McClure. Quickly up to Young. And now with 3:12 left, Spiders have possession in an 11-all tie.
But again, in the shot clock world that we live in, the ball will. Maryland will have other opportunities to have possession. They don't need to go crazy yet in a tie game. You want to get inside and match up, start talking to each other, match up, and play good D.
Richmond in front. Nice stop there on the shot. McNaney came up with the save again. And the Terrapins come out to midfield.
And they got numbers.
I think they're going to try to set things up, although a last-minute rush coming here from Sharkey. Dumps it off to Molliver, and they'll set things up now. Molliver draws Fabian.
Good opportunity for Richmond at the other end, and McNaney steps up and makes the save. And he's a young man who's been in some big games.
He was injured all last year.
Yeah.
He played the first game, right, and then he went out.
MVP of the NCAA tournament in 22.
Coming up on 2 minutes left in the fourth, tied at 11. Maryland with possession. They've got 37 seconds to shoot. Burks is going to try one down low.
And Richmond's ball.
And Richmond's going to get it. And they'll now have 1:56 left on the clock with an 80-second shot clock. Well, it looks like it could be another one-goal game between these two. 2 out of 3 meetings. Maryland's won.
Late in the game like this.
And that is a matchup there on Sheridan. Here goes Alpaw.
A lot of time.
Alpaw dumping it off, and it's going to end up heading toward the sideline. Saved back in, thrown toward the net. Maryland's going to end up with it. Boy, the keeper, McNaney, was out chasing that one down.
Yeah, that wasn't the percentage play we were looking for from Alpaw.
Here comes Maryland. They get a chance. Right now, it's Brennan with possession, watched by Nugent. Nugent takes a whack at it.
Don't foul.
Throw it in front.
Oh.
And it stays out.
Unbelievable save.
The man of the crease is going to be Richmond's possession here. Wow. Connor Knight with a big stop. Spiders have 40 seconds in this overtime. Fabian.
What's the offsides? Get out back outside. Oh, that's me whispering. That's my wife said, don't whisper.
In the middle now, here's Madonna.
Timeout, Richmond.
Richmond will take its timeout. They'll have 27 seconds left in the overtime. After dodging that time back there, he's got a long stick defender. Tried to get a pick. Works his way in front. Still working with possession here. Got it off to Alpaw. He can shoot from distance. Alpaw on the wing here. Back out front. Sheridan fires right into the netting of McNaney. And McNaney made the easy stop, and we'll try overtime number 2 now. All even at 11. Each side had a chance.
Got a good opportunity out of that one.
Each side just about even. 13 saves for McNaney today, and Knight has 10.
Wayman pulls that one out clean for Maryland in the opening possession here in the second overtime.
Let's see what they are able to do here now as they get set up. They've got Murphy with possession in the middle. Whittier works on the far side.
Yeah, bring their second midfield out, which is a little surprising coming out of a timeout, but well, that was a moving pick as a former defenseman.
Here's Urksa back
That's
there.
trouble.
Smith's trying to work with him. Urksa trying to free himself up. He scored 3 times today. Bolivar throws in front, but it's not handled. Regained by Maryland, though, as Whittier comes up with it. Syracuse on the near side.
Hurry up, recover, recover, recover.
Bumped aside. And there's the game winner. A long distance shot from the right wing put in by Owen Murphy. And Maryland celebrates as they score with 2:55 left in the second overtime. And they'll pull out a 12-11 win over the Spiders here today. And, well, Domino, you know, we talked about this was going to be a tough one for either side, and boy, it certainly turned out. It's another 1-goal game in this series, so 3 out of 4 have been decided by 1 goal. And unfortunately for the Spiders, they come up on the short end of the stick today.
Yeah, this is a positive step forward for them program-wise, and it was a great effort. There were times when that game almost got away from them, when Maryland seemed to have an answer, in every situation. Richmond never let it get them down, and